Hey everyone, I'm Nix, and are you ready to ramble? The fabric of our society is broken. It is as broken as the ANC is corrupt. So while the ANC continue to loot South Africa dry, we, the citizens, get poorer and poorer and sicker and sicker. And you might say to yourself, "Ach, Nicole, what are you on about? You're already rambling." Let me tell you what I'm on about. Let me share with you the very concern that sits with me almost on a daily basis while I'm going through all the audit reports. 1.1 trillion rand was gambled by us, South Africans, last year. And that is giving the gambling companies a profit of 59.3 billion rand. And that amount is after they've paid the winnings. South Africa drank away 7.7 billion rands worth of alcohol in 1 week. Let me say that for you again. South Africa drank 7.7 billion rands worth of alcohol in the 1 week between Christmas and New Year's last year. And I want to share all of that with you today. Join me as we ramble on about gambling. A site I love to visit is Amabungani, probably not pronounced correctly, but I came across an article about South Africa's bad bet, gambling. And you know what? I found a link between why our gambling board hasn't had directors for 11 years and how, believe this guys, the ANC, the DA, Action SA, and I think even a couple of more parties, receive funding from a director who owns one of those gambling companies. I kid you not. The article says online gambling is sucking South Africa dry. Correct. A 550% increase in only 4 years. Gambling is 17% of our GDP. To make that figure potentially even worse is that statistic only comes from locally licensed operators. So registered platforms abroad aren't even accounted for in those numbers. 17% of GDP. Yo, Betterway took it up a notch by flighting adverts via a pilot free Wi-Fi service in selected Home Affairs offices. And would you believe, I think it's a third of SASSA grant recipients gamble their grant away. So thank you, Home Affairs, for supporting gambling. The problem with gambling is that traditional casinos are dropping off. Online gambling is shooting up. And unfortunately, it's all online. Your development can take place anywhere in the world. So it actually offers our economy basically buggerall, as I like to say. The research actually shows that it is mainly low-income South Africans who gamble away an astonishing share of their monthly pay. This is where it gets a little saucy, guys, so hang in there. Politics plays a potentially problematic role too. Listen to this. South African-born mogul Martin Mushal, effectively the leading stakeholder in Betterway, recently becoming one of the single largest funders of South African opposition parties. Say it with me, guys. 1.1 trillion, viva government. From 2021 onwards, Mushal spent a total of around 96 million in declared donations to Action SA, Democratic Alliance, the Inkatha Freedom Party, and Bold 1 SA. How interesting. honestly, the first time I've really uncovered a true, tangible sign of DA corruption. Because it's there. I don't deny it, guys. It's not as bad as the ANC, or they're just like super, super cleverer about it. Okay, so the first remarkable thing about Betway is that it relies on South Africa for at least half of its global revenue. Wow. Gambling revenue from South Africa ends up in the hands of a tiny clique of South African expats. Now we have 7.7 billion rand spent on alcohol in 1 week. So just let me read a couple of quick stats before I let you go. But 91% of road crashes and injuries is linked to alcohol. This problem that plagues South Africa, the human cost of it, is that it costs our economy 10 to 12% GDP annually. 102 alcohol-related deaths daily, worse than our murder rate. 60% of reported gender-based violence involves a male partner who had been drinking. Young adults 25 to 34 are at the highest risk of dying. And here's the kicker, guys. The country has the highest recorded rate of fetal alcohol spectrum disorders globally. Underage girls who leave school to give birth, they're not going to return to school. The stats show that. Now, that mom is never going to earn a better living. Her kid will therefore suffer and not have access to resources and tools, because we also know the ANC is never going to step up and actually deliver. But let's presume that a large majority of the kids being born right now have fetal alcohol disorders. So their intelligence goes down, their health goes down, the cost to the economy goes up, because they're going to come in and out of public hospitals. They're going to require special medication. I don't even want to discuss this, but let's put it on the table. How many of them have been born HIV positive? So guys, I know this isn't one of my crazy videos about how much government employees earn or how much the ANC has managed to steal again, but this is an illness in our society and the consequences are long-term. And we need to discuss it. So I hope that you found this insightful at least, or at least let's have the discussion. Drop a comment. I know we all like the rugby and a beer. I mean, I'll drink me a beer while watching rugby any day of the week. But to spend 7.7 billion rand in 1 week on alcohol and 1.1 trillion rand in 1 year on gambling, it's a bit much, because none of that really builds the economy. Most of it actually reduces the effectiveness of our GDP growth. So that's my ramble for today. Share, like, subscribe, do all the things. Really appreciate all my new subscribers. You guys are amazing. Have a great day, guys. Over and out.